Alright, so we just got some new Disney Plus shorts added to the service. Disney's apparently planning to add a batch of cartoons every month, and these are like really old cartoons. And yeah, I'm not really a news channel. I refuse to be part of that rat race, but I did feel it was good to at least do an update, spread the word. And yeah, so we have the first one, Skeleton Dance, which is one of the more well-known old Disney cartoons, and really at this point, I think most everyone's seen it at least once in parts. But this is newly restored on the service, and I watched these today, and they look really good on Disney Plus. The only way to watch this before was, I should say, the only way to watch this legally before was either on DVDs or on Disney's on YouTube channel, which had a horrible rip. Like, this is horrible quality. They put it on in like 2009, I think it was. But this is definitely worth your time. It has great animation for 1929, and it was really one of the first times that Disney combined music with animation in such a way. All right, this is the very early days of synchronized sound. Let's talk about building a building. So this is one of the more successful Mickey cartoons. This is all the way back in 1932 or 33, I believe it was. And this is actually nominated for an Academy Award for Best Short back then. It didn't win, but this is definitely a nice cartoon. Has a lot of charm in it, has a lot of humor, and it has kind of an adventure feeling, even though it all takes place on a construction site. And again, this is also another one where you can find this easily on YouTube, but the quality I found here on Disney Plus, it was something else. It's not it's not the kind that you would find on YouTube legally anyway. So next is Figaro and Frankie. All right, so this is part of a very short-lived Figaro series, and so Figaro came out in Pinocchio in 1940, and that led to him being, he got a lot more popular after that. He was kind of a breakout character, and so he got his own series. It was very short-lived, though. He only had 4 or 5 different cartoons, but it was something different. He had his own supporting cast and everything. Now, this one specifically, uh, honestly, the whole Figaro series is not anything to write home about, if I'm being honest, in my opinion. But just for novelty, I think this is worth at least one viewing. It's definitely a different feeling. It's kind of like for me, I feel it's like a combination of Pluto and Tom and Jerry, which is kind of odd, but that's just how I always saw these cartoons. They don't stand out, but it's something different, so worth seeing. Okay, talking about Bath Day here. This is a similar story. This is just another Figaro cartoon, and so it's kind of common to have Pluto cartoons that also featured Mickey, and it's kind of the same story with Figaro cartoons. Like, Minnie was his owner, so you would see a lot of her in these shorts. But yeah, this is another mid 40s cartoon, pretty well animated. Uh, Although, again, me personally, it's not really it doesn't really stand out, if I'm being honest, but uh, it's worth seeing, I must say. Alright, so here's a really good one here. Goofy Gymnastics, it's a goofy cartoon, and it's one of the more popular ones. So there was a series Goofy did where It was just him doing things, in this case, working out, and the narrator would be kind of describing what's going on. And it was quite a popular series. Goofy was really one of the few Disney characters that lasted theatrically into the early '60s, whereas even Mickey, by late '40s, he kind of lost steam. But no, Mickey, this is a cartoon from I think late 1940s, '49 I think, and it's really well done. This cartoon was actually so uh, well received. It actually showed up in Roger Rabbit. What's this? Actually showed up in Roger Rabbit as a cameo there. I think there's a scene where Roger Rabbit's watching this and was very cool. It's very notable. Finally, here we have Aquamania, and this is one of the shorts that I know exactly what year it is. This is 1961, and that's mainly because I know it as the final theatrically released Goofy cartoon. This is again 1961. Like, he lasted a lot longer than other Disney characters. Only Donald got more longevity than him in theaters. But yeah, despite being 1961, it's not, in terms of sheer animation quality, it's not as good as the other cartoons, but it's an inherently well done cartoon, and it's quite funny as well, like most Goofy cartoons are. It's not one of my absolute favorites, but it's definitely up there in the Goofy tier list. I should be making a tier list, but anyway. So that's kind of all of Disney's new edition. They're supposed to be adding a batch of these every uh, month, I believe it is. And it's a good opportunity to kind of introduce these to newer audiences who don't have the very obscure DVDs that the Disney fanatics have been trained to get. So yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about these, and I hope you decide to check some of these out. And yeah, until the next video. See you later.